I just read the story of the Israelites crossing the Red Sea. They were so terrified, they screamed. So let's do that.
No Breath Scream Challenge!
Why hello there. Welcome to Scripture Snacks with your boy Grant, where I give you a yummy snack of scripture while I snack on something yummy. Today's scripture snack is from the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10 in the Bible. Time to snack. So do not be afraid, I am with you. Do not be terrified, I am your God. I will make you strong and help you. I will hold you safe in my hands. I always do what is right. Now that's delicious. You know what else is delicious? Cucumbers.
This is Moses, who was an Israelite born in Egypt in a time where Israelite boys were not supposed to live.
Wait, huh?
Moses, however, grew up in the palace of the Pharaoh, the very man who was enslaving the Israelite people. When Moses grew up, he made a big mistake.
Uh-oh.
So Moses ran away from Egypt to the land of Midian. Many years later, God called Moses back to Egypt to rescue his people with the help of his brother Aaron. The Pharaoh did not want to let God's people go, and God showed his power throughout all Egypt by sending plagues. Even with all the suffering, Pharaoh's heart stayed hard, and he would not let the people go. On the night of the last plague, Pharaoh woke up and heard a great cry in Egypt.
Huh?
For there was not an Egyptian house in which someone was not dead. Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and told them to leave Egypt with the Israelites. So the Israelites immediately left Egypt and made their way for the Promised Land, taking with them many riches from Egypt. They took Joseph's bones as they had promised him many years before. God led them by a pillar of fire by night and a cloud by day. God told Moses to have the people camp along the shore of the Red Sea.
Okay, got it. What's up in here?
God told Moses that the Egyptians would come after them, but that God would show his glory and power through this. When word reached Pharaoh that the Israelites had gone, Pharaoh changed his mind and readied his army to take back the Israelites. The Egyptians found the Israelites camped along the shore of the sea. As Pharaoh and his armies came close, the Israelites panicked. They cried out to God and asked Moses, "Why did you bring us out here to die in the wilderness?"
Hey, everyone up.
But Moses told the people, "Don't be afraid. The Lord himself will fight for you. Just stay calm." Then God said to Moses, Why are you crying out to me? Tell the people to get moving."
All right.
As night came, the pillar of cloud became fire, and it went between the Israelites and the Egyptians. Then Moses raised his hand over the sea, and God opened a path through the water with a strong wind.
Wow.
The wind blew all that night, turning the seabed into dry land.
Come on, are you?
So the people of Israel walked through the middle of the sea on dry ground, with walls of water on each side.
Come on.
Then the Egyptians chased the Israelites into the middle of the sea. But just before dawn, God looked down on the Egyptian army from the pillar of fire and cloud, and he threw their forces into total confusion. "Let's get out of here, away from these Israelites!" The Egyptians shouted, "The Lord is fighting for them against Egypt." When all the Israelites had reached the other side, God said to Moses, "Raise your hand over the sea again."
Ooh, got it.
Moses raised his hand over the sea, and the water rushed back into its usual place. The Egyptians tried to escape, but God swept them into the sea. That is how God rescued Israel from the hand of the Egyptians that day. When the people of Israel saw the mighty power that God had shown against the Egyptians, they were amazed. They put their faith in God and in his servant Moses.
The Israelites had been slaves their whole life. And God sent not one, but 10 plagues on the people who had enslaved them. And they were eventually given their freedom. And God even had the Egyptians give the Israelites money as they left Egypt. But then the Egyptian army chased them, and the minute they saw the Egyptian army coming, instead of being thankful for all that God had done, trusting him to provide once again, they freaked out and started complaining. "Didn't we tell you it would have been better to be a slave in Egypt? Then we could have died as a slave instead of dying in this desert." Then God parts the Red Sea, bringing his people to safety, destroying the Egyptian army. So good news, the complaining is over. Not even close. Later on in the book of Exodus, the Israelites complained, "We don't have water. We don't have food. We don't like the food you gave us. We want meat. We want more food. That water is bitter." Each time, God provided. But instead of seeing the millions of ways God provided, they focused on the few little things that they didn't like. You and I do the same. Have you ever said, "That's not fair. They got a bigger piece of dessert than me. Why do I have to eat that? That looks so gross. I don't have any toys to play with. I always have to go to bed early. Nobody has to go to bed as early as me. My teacher is so unfair, and they are so mean to me." You get the idea. We all complain, and complaining is sin. Complaining is sin because you're ignoring the millions of things you have, focusing on the one tiny little thing that you don't have. That's the key to being content. Focus on what you have instead of complaining about what you don't. You have the same God the Israelites had, a God who loves you, cares for you, and has already provided you with everything that you need, even if it's not everything that you want. Here's some ways you can practice being content instead of complaining. Pray it. Write a prayer of worship to God, telling him how thankful you are for everything that he's done for you. Read it. Read the story of the Israelites crossing the Red Sea from the book of Exodus, chapters 13 and 14 in the Bible. And then tell God your favorite part of the story and why you liked it. Journal it. Write a letter to your parents, thanking them for the things that they've done for you and given to you. Draw it. Draw pictures of all the things that you're thankful for. And at the top of your drawing, write the words, "God is giving, so I can be thankful without complaining." You can find all of those activities in the description. And I'll be praying that you decide to be content and not complain this week.